morning. It's like 8 in the morning. I have Kurt here with me. We're in the Catskills. We're gonna do something up here that neither of us have hiked. We're gonna do the Ashokan High Point, Ashokan. Never 100% sure if I'm saying that the correct way, but yeah. So we are right here, and up here's where the high point is. It's roughly a 9-mile round trip, so should make for a nice hike. They've actually got snow up here, so we are prepared. We have micro spikes. See, Kurt has his snowshoes. I have mine attached to my pack. So we are prepared for whatever the trail might look like. I was reading some trail reports from yesterday that some of the trails people were still breaking trail in the snow, so we'll see. But over there in the distance, we're going to cross the road here and head over that stream and start making our way up through that valley over there. We are we're like a little under a mile and a half in, and there's all kinds of ruins out in the woods. I just came across this old spring, and there's still some water bubbling up on it. This is pretty cool. Yeah, what he said. Yeah. Where did he say? Okay, according to the map, that looks like it would go down to another road, but this is the way we want to go. And then shortly up here, maybe a quarter mile, maybe half mile at the most, there should be another split. Right goes up what's considered the hard side, left is longer and the more gentle path to get up there. So, you know, I keep joking Catskills easy, but the intent is to go up the easy side. No one's gone this way, so definitely taking the easy side, and then depending on what the conditions look like, we'll either come back that way or we'll come down their side and do like that actual loop for the lollipop part of it. But that we won't know until we're up there and we can actually see what things look like. Okay, so the reason why we're laughing is we're like, man, we should have come across the trail split. We got here, this is closed off, and we're talking about it, trying to figure out where we're at on the trail, aside from, you know, following the correct trail. But I'm like, well, I can just break out my tracking app because that has the trail on it. It seems to be pretty accurate to where we are in relation to the physical trail. Yeah, we totally blew by the trail that went off to the left. So we were going up the hard route, and it's not that bad. I mean, it is just a steady climb up for sure, but it's not bad, especially for Catskills hiking. So maybe we'll go down the easy. I don't know. I guess it all depends on how easy the easy side is to locate from the top. If we can spot it and it seems like it's still a usable trail, then we'll go down it. But you know, these are all things when you're hiking in fresh snow, for the most part you can tell where the trail is, but sometimes it gets really easy to lose it. And even though New York is really good at blazing their trails, their disc system I still think is one of my favorite trail marking systems. I don't know how I missed the disc. The only thing I can figure is maybe there was a branch blocking it from view, or who knows, maybe even the tree that it was on, maybe it fell down. It could be any number of things. Either way, when we get back down towards the bottom, I'm gonna see if I can keep an eye out for that and see what we missed. But even though this is a steady climb up, the bottom part, we just kind of cruised right through it. So I'm not surprised that we blew by it as quickly as we did and as easily, but either way, we get to the top and we're having fun. And that's all that matters at the end of the hike. And you can see Kurt standing there. This stuff never translates to film and still pictures. We made it to the top. We explored over that way where the map shows the official top being, but we came back here for our break. Much better view, and then we are going to continue down towards the easy side for our return. We did see one other hiker. He passed us on the way up. He kept going, so he must be doing the full lollipop loop. So we'll just follow his tracks and follow his blazes down, or those blazes down. Everything's red, so going down the other side it'll still be red blazes until we meet back up with the main part of the trail. And hopefully the haze is cleared up a little bit. It's not super cloudy, so once we get over that way we should see the Ashokan reservoir. It's the same reservoir that we would have seen from when we did Wittenberg. You can actually spot that from quite a few of the summits. It's a pretty noticeable feature on the east side, like southeast of the Catskills over here. But yeah, that's where we're at. Gonna rest for a little bit longer, switch to micro spikes, because going down we know it's gonna be a little bit more slippery, and gravity will actually be against us when it comes to placing our footsteps, especially on those heavily iced spots. So made it this far and we've come prepared, so there's no reason to not be smart about it and take the precaution. Not trying to get in your way. So we found the spot where you can see the Burroughs Range. So straight in that cloud is where Wittenberg is, and you come over to the left a little bit and that's where Cornell is. Slide is completely hidden from view, so straight ahead there's like that lower peak. Just behind there in that cloud you can kind of see the part of it, but that slide back there, that's the highest peak in the Catskills. Nope, we're gonna go over here to see the reservoir. I already caught a little peek of it. Yep. Not a good view of the reservoir. It's very obstructed. Yeah. But yeah, it's through there. So, I assure you, this is the trail. It really might not look like it, but it is. So this section, this is coming down the easy trail. It is definitely way more overgrown than the hard side was. And the blazing isn't as obvious. This might very well be the hardest to follow Catskills hike I've done. Now, that's the first blaze right there that we passed in a while. And when we first came into this trail, it looked like this. And could very easily be mistaken for like an animal run. So, you know, there's a lot to be said in having a paper map, but I also think using some sort of tracking app is important. Solely because find yourself in a situation like this, say this was an animal path and it took us the wrong way and we had to backtrack. It'd be a lot easier to retrace your steps. I mean, it's wintertime, you know, we can follow our tracks through the snow, but if it wasn't, it might be harder to backtrace. So, I mean, sure, I make these fun little videos and I like to show the little map video in the beginning of it, but even if you're not doing this kind of stuff, if you're not sharing your hikes, there's a lot to be said in the utility of something like that. Well, we are back to the main trail, and Kurt just got done going over it, but yeah, that's the way you go to go up what's referred to as the easier, more gradual side. And I mean, in all honesty, even if it wasn't fighting Laurel most of the way, I still don't think it's the easier way. Like some of the grades you'd have to climb up over like gnarly boulders that are just the right size to make it uncomfortable to hike on. Whereas going up this side and just going straight up, that was so much better. On the map it looks bad, but like it's like naturally broken up in a nice way. Like you have a steep climb, but they have like stone stairs like dropped in place in most of the areas, and then it like either graduals out to mostly flat or at least a nice gradual incline that gives your body a break, and then you have another steep. Yeah, that was definitely the more enjoyable way to go. And if it wasn't for that other hiker, we probably would have come down the same way. But since he blazed the trail, which was nice because it helped give us something to follow. But even that, we were still following blazes because you don't want to follow someone else blindly because you don't want to assume they know what they're doing. But yeah, this is a cool trail. It was really cool at the top. Just stay away from there unless you want an adventure, because I mean, going through the mountain laurel for like the first half of it was fun and laughing and stuff and making jokes. I'd totally do this again. I just would not do that part again, especially in the summer because of bugs and everything with how overgrown it is. That's like just begging to have a tick on you. But we're gonna get going here in a moment or two, and it's gonna be all back down to the car. Well, with that awesome little scene there, I can't think of a better time to end this one. But it's a good hike. A lot of fun in the Catskills as always. But thanks for tagging along. We are gonna go get some food. Probably the Alamo. But we'll see. But I'll see you guys next time.